And welcome back to another round of Dead by Daylight. We're here on the Mother's Dwelling, and we are playing as the big man Nemesis. We have our Weave Attunement build, which is pretty common for us to run. Yeah, you infected. We have add-ons to make people ooh, that tree. To make people exposed whenever they there's so much clutter on this map. All right. Where are you going there, buddy? We're gonna lose. We'll lose a gen. Idea is we have ore reading, lethal extended, and we have Jill stand, which means that whenever. Okay. What's that? Whenever we have somebody that uses a supply case, the vaccine, they'll be oblivious and exposed. All right, zombie tells us somebody's over there. So we know we have the Dustin. Oh, 2 gens done. Not ideal. I don't know how you lost chase with me. What's that? I think we're just gonna bring you right back over here. Hatch marks were over there. Huh. They're exposed, but they also are, I think, well, maybe they're not oblivious. Exposed isn't really going to help us here, though, is it? Yeah. Believe him, we're going to go back to Hook. We can see somebody headed that way. And somebody is up top. No idea what I'm aiming at there. What's that? All right. Yeah, they've already got a lot of work. We have no slowdown on this build. And so we're used to running the Weave Attunement build, so this, which we usually have good success with, but nobody really brought items in this match. They're going to commit to this. Oh, sprint burst. We're not ready for that. What's that? Huh. Remember there being a paladin here. We are not. How are we not in chase with you? This main window is so strong. What's that? All right, let's. Yeah, that window being blocked is the only thing that saved us there. Let's hope that is regressing. All right. Somebody back here. Yeah, they're just gonna jump on that gen on the main building. I think we're pretty much cooked. They did not get on that building or that gen yet. See somebody headed this way. Yeah, there's some. Like, yeah, the Magoon is here. She did not get the rescue, though. What's that? Somebody else is coming? All right, well. And guess what? What's ahead? What's ahead? I believe that was the dead hard. And that's going to be a GG. Oh, I don't know how. I don't know how we came back here. But we did. I don't know exactly how we came back here, but we did. We should be able to make this, not by much. We know that David's back there. Where is the other survivor? Well, that last gen is almost done. I mean, you know that's the David. That's a David bot. Wait, did I hear somebody? Can't find. That's the problem. With a full-on slug like this. So the other person is crawling with a purpose. Oh, we saw crows. We saw crows over here. I don't know if the zombie disturbed them. But you know what this turned into? It was going to be a showcase for our... we were hoping a showcase for the exposed add-ons. As it turns out, it's a showcase for an improbable comeback. Yeah, I don't know where the fourth survivor is. This is a bot that's over here, so I really don't have a problem with mooring the bot. Now, I know it sucks to be slugged, I guess, but if you crawl away where I can't find you, then this is kind of where we're at. All right, David bot. Thank you for staying in one spot. We will give this guy a boot to the head. So yes, this is an improbable comeback. What we wanted to do was we wanted to showcase the add-ons. Jill Sandwich reveals the survivor's aura for 12 seconds after they unlock a supply case. The iridescent umbrella badge, which meant that survivors would be afflicted with exposed for 60 seconds when using a vaccine. We would be able to then see them for 12 seconds after they use the vaccine. Lethal would extend that out another 2 seconds to 14 seconds. We were hoping to get some one-shot downs with that. That never really came to pass. What did come to pass was we got tremendous value, as we usually do, even though there were not really items brought in this match. There was one toolbox by the Dustin, that was it. We didn't really get the Franklin's Weave Attunement value, but what we did get was human greed value. At the end, we saw motion headed to where we needed to see it headed to for that hook. We even said we were cooked in that match. They were down to 1 gen. And not only were they down to 1 gen, but they were down to 1 gen that had a lot of work on it in the main building. And they had just gotten an unhook of the gen. So we knew that there were 2 survivors near that main building. These are all console players like we are. So my guess is that some of them, if not all of them, were on the same team and on comms through the PlayStation app. Or... yeah, through the PlayStation app like we would be. So, you know, my guess is that they were going to be focused on doing that main gen. We got that hook on, we got that hook there in the corner. And Meg went in for the save, but she did not do the save. She vaulted that window, injured, and probably had a chance to get the rescue before we would have been able to get her down, but she did not. She instead went up against the outside portion of the map. We downed her, and we could tell by the zombie that somebody else was there. We knew one of the last 2 survivors were there. We had a person on the hook, a person on the ground, 1 gen left, and our only chance to come back in that match was going to be to slug, and we were able to get that down before they could get a rescue. And essentially we had, at that point, 3 people slugged, and once we had 3 people slugged, we could see the aura of the 4th coming, and that was human greed. There was that chest in the main build, and not in the main building, but in that smaller side building. The chest showed us that somebody was coming, and once we knew the 4th survivor was there, then it was just a matter of time for us to be able to go ahead, get a hit, get them injured, and then they just fell like dominoes. Even as they picked someone up, we were able to get them back down, and that was that. Enough to get us to 4K. Like I said, a game we pretty much wrote off as a lost cause, a match that we didn't think we were going to have any chance. We said it ourselves, and we thought we were cooked. It turns out survivors were cooked. That's why you don't want to really necessarily ever give up in a match. You never know what can happen. In this case, we get an improbable comeback on the Red Forest with the big man, Nemesis. Hope you enjoyed the round. Please consider hitting the like and subscribe button while you're here. New videos go up on the channel on a regular basis, and you can follow us over on Twitch at the link below, at Geriatric Gaming 11, and get notified whenever we're live there. Till the next time, thanks again so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next Dead by Daylight.